Alright, so this is going to be how to sharpen a balisong 101. There's a lot of flippers out there who, you know, they were never knife guys before, you know, getting into balisongs. So the knowledge to sharpen the knives is actually pretty lacking. So right now we're going to be sharpening the Haystack Jesus Devil. Might touch up my McChicken replicants. You know, I got a Benchmade 43 here. This is more the designated beater. I might touch it up a little bit. Still, it's got what we call a flipper's edge, which is basically, it's sharp, it just has a bunch of dings in it. This is the same way. I mean, it's still, if I pass this off to anyone, they'd still be like, okay, that's pretty sharp. But it's not up to my kind of levels. So with balisongs, just because we drop it on the dirt so often, or on the rocks, say we're flipping outside, the amount of times that we drop this is much higher than the normal knife people's. So most of the time the hand systems are not going to be the greatest for it. It's going to be, you're going to want a belt sander or something equivalent. I've tried using just a Spyderco sharp maker, and you absolutely can. It's just a lot of work. It is how I'm going to finish off the edges, but to actually put the edge, get all the dings out, I'm actually going to be using this work sharp. I like this one because it's got the trigger, and then we got different belts for it. I will put in the medium right now. Medium's usually all you need. If you're sharpening something or reprofiling it, maybe use the coarse. It does heat the edge up quite a bit. If you don't know anything about knife sharpening, you don't necessarily want to heat up the edge. It does something called annealing it, which actually makes it softer. So as a general rule, you just want to do a couple passes. You never let the actual apex of the edge get too hot. So I just, you know, put in the medium belt, got the trigger. I personally like this work sharp just because the belt is so thin, and you can like put your finger up in it to really make sure you don't go past the sharpening choil, or the choil. But I always start it. Great thing about this work sharp is I can actually put the edge already when I start and pull the trigger, and then as you pull the trigger, you just, you know, evenly, and you swap it both sides until basically the dings are gone. And if the dings are gone, you absolutely have a burr built up, so you should be good there. But we have it set at 25 degrees, so I'm just gonna, I know it's kind of stressful sometimes to you know, sharpen these more expensive knives. You know, this one is more than $700 knife. Same with, I mean, this one's beat beyond repair. You know, it can kind of be stressful, so it's real good to just pick up, you know, kitchen knives or any knife around you can sharpen. You're basically going to, you're the knife guy, you have the balisong, so you're going to sharpen every freaking knife in the house. As soon as you get a sharpener, that's how you're going to get good. And you will raise expectations from every single person around you, since you'll go through the stage of learning, so you'll sharpen everyone's knives around you, and then you will absolutely you know, hold that expectation for life that you will sharpen their shit. So you will have to constantly have your sharpening supplies ready to sharpen grandma's, your aunts, your friend's mom, your parents, anyone you hunt with. You'll sharpen all their knives. So just over and over again. I'm gonna probably do a little fast forward thing just through this next bit. We're gonna swap belts. We'll see. If something comes to mind, I'll Alrighty. I really feel the edge. There's still some dings in it. Let's see. Really only 2 dings left after that. This is the medium belt, of course, and I've sharpened it on this setting before, so it's not like it should take an incredible amount of time. But we'll just get that last ding out. And you'll notice how I just do a couple passes. Again, you don't want it to get overheated. Like, I feel it right now, and it's kind of warm, and honestly, that's about as much as you're looking for. So just give it a, you know, just make sure you give it that break. Here, Yorkshire Sporting. Well, it's taking a rest, I'll talk about this. It's actually sporting the tanto, like the Japanese style tanto. So you still get the belly. The belly, once you sharpen knives, unless you're like really good at sharpening, you will grow to hate these tantos. Like, there's a reason I don't flip this over like rocks and stuff. And honestly, it's not even because I don't want it to be a beater. I just don't like sharpening the tanto edges and maintaining the secondary tip, this point right here. I just find that it's certainly doable. I've done it before. Not on this one. I haven't touched this one on tanto knives. I did it on my Kraken, actually. My Kraken did all right. But maintaining the secondary tip really sucks. So, as fantastic as the tantos flip, it's my least favorite blade shape for that reason. Versus the Spanto or Japanese style tanto, where, you know, it's still got the belly, but you get the compound grind. This is oh so superior. I don't know what the Americans are doing, trying to make a copy of something the Japanese obviously perfected. But yeah, this is superior. And there is one more ding than I thought. This tip. I might transition to sharpen more at the tip because the base is already a razor. So I'll probably, you know, hit the tip just a little more. Pretty damn sharp here. Still see 2 dings towards the tip. It's still going to take a few more passes. Let it cool down a minute. Hey, guys. Hey, come here. Come on. You need your screen time, bro. You need your screen time. Let's see, should I hit... Maybe I will hit the 43. Generally, I don't want to over-sharpen this one. This one is just my beater. And since it's the beater, the dings get like really deep. I'll flip this over concrete and everything else. The dings get really deep. So when I sharpen this one, I actually, like, this is already beyond the point where I'm willing to sharpen this one just because like all the dings are gone. It's totally ready. This one, I more so just sharpen until most of it has an apex. There's gonna be a whole lot of dings, but we just kind of leave it like that. You know, enough so it'll cut me in the session, but this knife has been discontinued for 12 years now. So trying to maintain that. But I will hit this one just a little. Little piece of wood. This is a leather strap, but a little piece of wood to just run that, it just kind of helps knock the burr off a little bit. I just kind of do that in between rounds as you can. Alright. So now this thing, you know, it's fully sharp. Now is the time where we, you know, really make it a nice edge. So it really just takes a couple passes on the fine. And then we're going to hit it with the ceramic stones, and it will be an absolute razor by the time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Alright, so we're already razor hair sharp. What you want, bro? We're already shaving sharp. I'm gonna touch this one quickly and we'll move on to the handstones. Now, we set that aside and we pull out Spyderco Sharp Maker. Say you do not beat your knives. Like I said, this is all from flipping over concrete, I suppose. This might be backtracking on some other points I've made. But say you're the type that like babies your knife, you only flip over a bed. You'll only ever need this, or over carpet, you'll only ever need these. So this one, now this is angled for 40 degrees. That one is 50 degrees, or 25 inclusive. These are both 20 inclusive. So we do just kind of have to give it a slight 20-degree angle. And being that we already have a burr, and we're just hitting it with these medium stones, I am hardly putting any pressure here. Like I said, this is the final touches of sharpening the balisong. This will make it an absolute razor. If you aren't used to flipping like a real balisong, like a live sharp blade, this will be pretty freaking spooky to flip. But you're flipping knives, like realistically, I see a lot of the newer flippers, as soon as they're handed a knife, I was watching, there was a couple older guys at a meet, and then there were a bunch of the newer flippers, and I was watching them, and all the older guys, every time they pick up a new knife, they just start flipping it. All the newer guys are always checking the edge, and it's like, well, you should be able to flip it the same either way. It's like, what are you training for if you can't? Let's get a sharp edge. They all have sharp edges. You should expect a sharp edge. Sometimes you end up flipping a knife for like 15 minutes, and then you feel the edge, and you're like, oh, what is this? That's me personally. You'll see I might have slipped off the edge just a little bit, rounding the tip. That is a really bad thing to do if, say, your knife still has a tip. But with like most of them, they will not, so that impacts nothing. Alright, now we're in spooky territory. Do I even need to test the sharpness? We already know it's sharp. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're sharp. Just a little. Just a little. Just a little bit. Who knows if that's showing up. Light's pretty good, but it is just hair. I was able to pop facial hair off, which is pretty damn sharp. We got guy over here, so let's see. I might just flip left-handed. So we're back flipping an absolute razor, something to really be scared of. It's like we're flipping a knife again, which it's the real knife feeling. So we'll do, the facial hair is kind of hard to demonstrate, so we'll just take off the patches here.
a whole bunch of hair here. So, that's how to get it sharp. Skip this part, that's all you care about. We're going to cover, just quickly touch on the tanto. Tanto is a very, very common balisong blade shape. It's a pretty cool blade shape too, not gonna lie. So with the tanto, it has that secondary tip, so it's extremely essential to make sure you are flat against the stone with the whole knife the entire time you are sharpening it. Otherwise, that secondary tip will go down. This is targeted towards balisong people. Most balisong guys don't even sharpen their knives. Like I said, I don't put this one outdoors, so it wasn't crazy dull. We transition to the tip, and it's the exact same thing. You're just focused on not rounding off that secondary point and keeping it totally flat the whole time. It needs more time with medium stone. It felt it, we're just almost there. Yeah, that's going to be how to sharpen your balisong. You want something that's an absolute razor like this one. This is usually the condition of the knife you see me flipping any live stream. You know, knives meant to be sharp, so when I get the question, is it sharp? This is the answer. This is precisely how it gets done. I do it pretty regularly. The idea of remaking this video just as another go, making it higher quality, is easily an option. Yeah, that's how to sharpen. To sharpen a balisong. Hope your knives are sharp. We can stay flipping, stay blessed.